Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Graybeard Garage. My name is Matt, and today we're at my brother's house. Again, we're going to work on this DR mower, and this is the one we called the what do we call it? The burned out mower. So you'll see my brother on camera again today, and probably maybe my nephew. I don't know if he's here or not, but so we're going to replace a few things. We're going to do the operator present control. We've got the control for the blades, and then we're going to go ahead and get into that. Are we changing oil today?
We can.
We do maybe the oil change. We'll show you that, and then so whatever else we manage to get in today, we'll go ahead and record that also. So let's go ahead and get into it. So here's where we're working today. We're going to be replacing the operator present, and then the pull switch, and that's what engages the blades on this unit. So we're going to go ahead and get those replaced now.
Yep. The Allen wrench.
Get this connected back again too. That's my battery in there, right?
That's your battery in there now. Mine's down there, but I haven't triple charged everything, so you might be better still
That's fine.
to try it off today.
Well, I know, but
We can swap the battery out. I mean, I have no problem with that. I just don't know if it's got a charge yet, because it's still from the store.
let's put it on the charger while we're working. At least you get a little charge on it. Is this Allen?
Is this leaking?
Did you already spray these? Oh, that screws into the brake.
I don't know where all my screws and bolts are probably too. I put them somewhere safe.
That's good.
Yep. Yeah.
That means they're not lost.
I was taught how to put them in safe places, and I need my tools. Get that Allen wrench out of there.
And maybe we'll go ahead and see if we can get this starter based out. I think if we put a washer behind the starter, it'll keep it from doing what it was doing before, grinding. So this has to be, the operator present handle has to be down, and then the clutch disengaged, and then this has to be pulled. So there's like this. They're nice and rusty.
Huh? Oh, that's what happens when you sit outside, right? Somewhere you have to go to find it. Got it.
There you go. So we got the right Allen key now, so we'll go ahead and take these two out.
I'm gonna put these in. I'm gonna drop them.
That's barely in there. Little rusty crusty. Did they give you new hardware for this? Like screws or anything?
No, I think it's just the unit. Yeah, I don't have the bottom bracing that hooks to the other handle. It's just straight up the leather. Shiny,
swap.
shiny and red.
All right. Well, that's it. 2 screws. It comes right out. And then you got the bracket. This sits on the bracket.
This goes under.
Yep. All right.
It's all wonky.
Here, take one of these and run it through the top. At least that'll hold it in place.
Yeah, it's got a weird angling that it's doing. Get the Allen wrench.
Yep, right here. Slippery fingers. There's really no good angle on here.
Well, I'm not on that. See if that's on it. That's not lining up either. It's got a really weird, like,
Angle.
angle on it. It barely goes into that handle.
You want to put the side end? I don't know if that'll make a difference or not. Here, I'll hold this, and you can work on that top. Well, I think this has to come back a little more. There you go, right there.
Right there.
Yep. All right, grab the other one.
Yep.
I think it was just a little far forward from where it was originally. You might have this too tight.
No, it's resting now.
Okay.
Oh, maybe. Back off a little bit.
Yeah, that's probably good.
Man, it's got a weird angle.
Yeah, this side might be too tight. Might not let those threads line up. There. Let's loosen this a little. Don't come out too much. Here, try that. Oh shit. Shoot. Magoot. See if you can get catch. Is it catching?
Now it's past that part that it was having a hard time to get by. Okay. Get up there and there we go now, so you can get the catch.
This thing is stripping. Yep.
Don't want to force that. Goodness gracious. This is a wonky thing, how it's supposed to go on. It's almost like this protection.
Like these are bent.
Yeah.
Maybe. That's what it looks like, right?
Yeah, they're bent, but I think they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Honestly, why is that even, does that even need to be there?
What?
This stupid thing.
Probably not.
'Cause that's what's causing the trouble. I can't get it to line up because that stupid metal piece.
Take it off. See if that makes a difference. So we're having some issues getting these two pieces to line up together. So we're going to take this guard off and see if it makes a difference.
I just want to see how this... Because before it lined up like that.
Yep.
But
So this actually sat right there before.
forward right there. That's lined up.
I don't think you really need that piece.
I don't think we do either.
I think it's more of a slip guard or something.
But if you slip, it's going to
I mean,
turn
it's
off anyway.
gonna yeah, your hand's coming off, so it's shutting down anyway. Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, it's the way that piece angles out.
So you guys see how these are kind of angled down? They weren't letting the threads line up. I'm thinking maybe this is bent. Like this should maybe be straight. Although that's kind of looks like the way it was manufactured. But
doesn't line up now, whatever
Nope.
it's doing.
Doesn't need it.
Optional parts.
Yep.
We just, done.
Yep. I like that plan. Yeah, that's
Alright.
good. Cool. So now we need to connect that. That goes up under the control panel.
Yep. Right up in here. This is really hard work here.
Yeah.
There we go.
Wow, that was difficult. Woo! So now we're gonna get this, which is your blade control knob. I think that'll just pry or pop out from underneath.
Let's
There's
see.
probably little clips or something underneath, so we'll pull those off.
Let's see what they got down here. There's the main thing unhooked. And there are clips. There are 4 clips. If you want to try to pull on the top side, I'm going to push the clips in.
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope.
All right. Since
Screwdriver.
Yep.
Set this back on the tripod.
Special prying tool.
Works.
That's one broke.
Let's snap them off.
And snap them off. And this one's there.
Not like we're
They
using
go
it.
out like this.
Yeah. Not like we're using it. Just tear it off.
It's 2 down.
What is there, like one on each side and then one front and back?
Yep.
Yep.
That one's gone.
Almost.
One more to go. And that one's gone.
There we go. So it had a clip here, here, here.
There's 4.
Oh, it's 4. There's one here, and then one on each side here. So we took that off. Broke the clips off. And since we're not using that, that can go over there.
Here's an interesting tidbit of who owns that.
Oh yeah, Generac or whatever it's called. Yeah,
Generac.
Generac.
Whatever.
If you're those of you that don't know, Generac makes all kinds of generators and pumps. And if anyone watches like Gold Rush on Discovery, you'll see that their generators that run all their machines out there are Generac. So I'm sure there's some sort of sponsorship there. So we'll show you that. Generac. So that button just pushes right back in from the top side. And then on the bottom, there's a electrical connection that plugs back into it. And hopefully, that will allow us to engage the blades. Did you get it on?
It needs to get on more.
Putting it on right.
Yeah, you can try, but it's hard to. Oops, battery. It's very stiff.
That's what she said.
It doesn't want to go flush. Why don't you want to go flush?
Go
It's not designed to go flush.
Flush.
I guess it's not. I guess that's it. There's 2 little prongs there. Don't let it go all the way up in.
No, as long as it doesn't fall out, I guess
It's
it's
not
fine.
going
Right?
nowhere, but it's not going any deeper.
Yeah, I don't think that's
You
going.
see, there's like 2 little prongs that just don't
Yeah.
want to let it go.
Well, hopefully it engages.
That's the part they told me it was supposed to be.
What's up, Xander? All right, so now we've got those in. You want to change the oil, or do you want to?
Yeah, we can change the oil.
All right.
May as well. I mean, I got 2 quarts. And I got the built hair.
So for the oil change, it's pretty easy.
Smaller filter. That's what it says was right on.
So on this machine, it has an oil drain here, and you back this off. I think you can use just a screwdriver, and the oil comes out here, which is really counterintuitive to changing the oil because then it spills out all over the deck. What I have at home, and this if you can, I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's actually like a ribbed or a raised edge here, and you can actually put a piece of tubing over this and then run that tube into a bucket. But I don't know if you got anything like that here.
I got a paper towel too.
Paper towel tube?
Yeah.
That'll work too.
Yeah, there's no MacGyver.
Yeah, well, if you got paper, we can roll it into like a funnel. Huh?
How much oil do you think hold?
About 2 quarts, maybe. 2 quarts of oil. You got a
Container?
yeah, an empty bucket or something?
So I gotta go find something.
Yeah, that's probably not big enough.
Actually, you know what? Always can clean it out. Still had old gas in it anyway. Ugh, stinky gas. Let's see if this will work.
Oh, that's crafty.
Yeah. All right.
So look at that. So we got our paper towel roll that we're going to use, and then that'll drain into the gas tank. So this isn't redneckery at all, but we'll give it a shot. I like it. So you want to go ahead and drain this off first?
So where's the? So it's just a.
It's just a flat screwdriver. Don't back it all the way out. It should drain. Maybe. Well,
Now I'm getting scared.
there it is. There it is.
There it goes.
The oil doesn't look too bad.
No, oil actually looks pretty clean. It's a little dark, but it's not. May as well do it while we got it going, because
Yep.
I don't want to do it for a while then.
So you'll see it comes out from that end that I showed you. It's got the little ribbed ring around it. And again, you can use a tube to do this, or apparently a paper towel roll. You might be able to turn the nozzle down like this. See if this will push down and come out more. Yeah, looks like it's pretty good.
That might help too with air.
Yep.
Do it, Stain.
Is it still coming?
Yeah, it's flowing.
Flowing. Pretty exciting.
Yeah,
Pretty exciting
yeah,
right here.
Yeah, this is
Solid content.
what everybody dreams of doing.
Everybody woke up today and was like, yeah, I'm gonna watch oil drain real slow.
Real slow.
Real slow.
It might be picking up a little pace.
Did you come out to help? Hi, Avery.
It's funny as oil. You can't really see the flow, but it's definitely coming out
Yeah.
pretty quick.
Should only be a couple quarts. Careful, I think if you back that out too far,
I'm pushing against it in
Oh,
case.
okay.
Yes, because I can imagine the mess that would make. I'm getting some spill.
it's probably just backing out off the back of the tube.
Just uses to start a fire up in North Carolina.
I'll tell you what, if you mix that with diesel, so you take that used motor oil, mix it with diesel, that's the best stuff for lighting fires.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, yeah, 'cause it's not explosive like gasoline, which I've never started a fire like that before.
Gas is bad to start fires with. Kerosene is better.
But mixing oil, old motor oil and diesel fuel. Gives a nice dark cloud. Still flowing?
Yeah.
Oh, that? Yeah, that'll
Yeah,
work.
that one. That'll work.
Good eye, Xander.
Thank you, Xander, for having eyes, because clearly your uncle doesn't see things in his old age.
I gotta wear glasses. I can't see anything.
I think you're pretty much juiced out on this thing, so
I'd say you're good.
let's do one more pop open here.
Man. Jeez.
It's moving. It's moving.
Whoever put this thing on there did not want it to come off.
Hand tighten.
Yeah, that's literally all you have to do with these. Hand tighten them. No, I should turn by hand now.
By the way, I think this is good. And there might be a
so
little.
let's close that valve
well,
up.
that's if we want to run a little through it to push the rest of the old whatever out.
I don't know if we should go that.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
That was a lot more oil than I was expecting. Tighten this
Well.
up.
Hey, Dad,
What's up?
you don't want silica.
That you might
Yeah.
want to get a piece of paper, stick it under there, and maybe see if you can flow it off.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you know you like to have blown engines.
I've never blown an engine, Xander. How dare you insinuate that I have?
Really, it's just going to leak out from whatever's inside of this until you can get it off. Just stick a couple paper towels under there. We'll just spin it off real quick.
All right, let's see how bad it gets.
Ready?
Yeah, let's see how bad it gets. We got a quarter two in here, you know. It's just within the.
That wasn't
it's
bad.
not horrible. It actually looks pretty clean there. In the pull tie.
Yeah, I mean that oil's really
Is there
clean.
2 quarts? I don't think there's 2 quarts in that thing.
So I don't know if you can see, but that oil is really clear. So it probably didn't need an oil change, but it never hurts to. Because we don't know what this thing has been through, and it's been sitting outside for a long time. So we're probably just better off to go ahead and switch it out, just in case there's water or who knows what in there.
So while you're working on it now, may as well do it while you got it.
And so when you're working with equipment like this and you're going to put an external oil filter on like that, it doesn't hurt to write the date that you put it on there. If you have an hour meter, you can put your hours on there too. If you're changing oil by hours rather than time. That makes sense? Days? Right?
Months, weeks.
So this probably doesn't need to be changed more than once a year.
I mean, if that, depending on your hours.
If that, depending on how many hours you're putting on it.
Alright.
Alright, so we got that off. Got a nice little mess going there. Do you want to dump that in there?
Hmm?
You want to dump that in there?
Dump it in there. There we go.
So the oil filter we have is pretty black. Like, very black. So in this instance, you'd need like a paint pen or a silver Sharpie or something, but we don't have that, so
Boy, this is gonna be interesting.
what it is.
Putting a little bit of this in there.
when you do that, just put it on dry.
I say. Like,
Yeah, I mean, normally I would say, yeah, put oil in your filter first, but just put it on dry.
Alright.
Unless you want to spill oil. There, hand tight. Hand tight. There you go.
There we go.
That's it.
That's how you do it.
Alright. Now we're just going to fill it back up with some new Earl. So when you test this for your oil level, the one thing you do is when you put this dipstick in, you don't screw it back on. You just stick it in, pull it back out, and get your reading. And that gives you the correct reading on your dipstick. A lot of people don't know that, and they'll stick this in, and then they'll tighten it down, unscrew it, pull it back out, and check their oil level. Well, it gives you a higher reading than you're supposed to. So we'll go ahead and put that on here.
It's dry still.
No, it's got oil on here. Wipe that clean. Oh, it looks like it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's selling full. So Santington 2 quarts. That took about.
Well, remember the oil filter's dry. So when we start this and the oil pump through, you're gonna want to recheck your oil level.
Roger.
Roger. All right. So our next. That's it, right?
That's it.
So if you watched our previous video on this thing, the starter was hitting that flywheel and then it was not disengaging quickly. And I think that's because it was binding in that flywheel. We tried putting a little grease on it to help, but that really didn't make a big difference. So I think what the real issue is that it needs to be shimmed out just a little bit so it doesn't bind up in the flywheel. Oops. So we'll go ahead and, I don't know if we'll have to pull this whole shroud off or not.
I don't. Well, I don't know. We can find out. It's too big. Excuse me.
You pull this off here. So right in here, you can see there's one bolt. There's a bolt back there. So what we're thinking is if we put a washer behind this, if we put a washer behind this bracket, it'll just shim that out just a little bit, which will allow the plunger to disengage from that flywheel easily. At least that's kind of my idea anyway. And I think that'll be the fix. But I'm not a mechanic. I just play one on TV. Haha.
Not right size.
I don't know. I think you're gonna have to pull that shroud
We might have to just
to get that second bolt over
Yeah.
here.
see if it's 12mm. There we go. Yeah. This other bolt is up behind this wire. I can get to it, but I don't think it's going to be optimal.
And it's pull shroud. You gotta take these off up here too. I think these are like
It's this one
a 9.
for one of them. 9?
Oh, this is good.
That is?
Yep.
Is it the baby size?
Nope. 3/8.
The baby size. That's official mechanic.
Baby size is actually 1/4 inch. I mean, if the indoctrinated here don't know, baby size is 1/4 inch. Like Mama Bear, Papa Bear, and Baby Bear.
Baby shark.
Papa Bear's 1/2 inch. No, not Baby Shark. Papa Bear would be 1/2 inch.
Yeah.
Mama Bear would be 3/8, and Baby Bear would be 1/4 inch.
1/4 inch.
I mean, that makes sense, right? It's logical.
Yeah, that's totally logical. Or maybe small, medium, and large, like in drinks.
Or what is it? Grande, Venti.
No,
I don't even know how that works.
no, that's coffee. Bad coffee language. I don't need it.
Yeah, I don't really speak coffee, so. Alright, So, is this the right size for these? Give me that extension. Put the things away. The tool exploration. I forgot, I don't need to really pull these all the way out. Except for that one.
And this
Just
one.
need to loosen them up, right?
This one here. It has to come out. Those just slide out.
That one? Look. I don't think so. I think that'll just pop off. Right?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Oh, crap. Real cool.
Ah! It's like, how much scrap do you have to do?
Mm-hmm. Now these, this has shims. So let's see if we can pull this cover off. Kerthunk. Alright. And I should be able to get to that. Now you see we can access these bolts a lot easier. You know, if you look at from the top down, I think you can see that wood that's binding. And I didn't really notice that before. Kind of like, see if I can get a shot of that. So in here, the teeth you can see are almost binding up on the flywheel here. So the idea is to push this back this way so that it doesn't bind into those teeth. So that's why we're doing this. And hopefully that will eliminate the sparking we have from the teeth banging on each other.
It's so interesting.
And plus, if it doesn't properly release from the flywheel, it'll burn the starter motor out.
It's just the weight of the thing is, I think, holding it back from coming off yet.
Now hopefully we got some washers.
I don't think I have ones in this size.
These are super small.
Those are super smalls up there. There might be, you can look in that toolbox on the top. If I have any of them in the top of that red tool, big toolbox.
Yeah, these actually might work. I don't know.
There might be something there too.
See if that's- Those? You got a drill?
Yep.
Some drill bits? You drill them out.
Keep crap around, right?
I know. All right, so what we've got is, let's see, where's that hand of yours? There it is. we got a washer there. We're gonna put those in, but they need to go behind. So we need to go behind the bracket on the starter, and then that will push the starter away from the flywheel. So we'll go ahead and tighten in there. And
It's gonna be interesting. That'll be interesting.
well, if you just take your washer and like hold it up behind there. Do you want me to hold this? Here. Where are we at? All right.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can even get up in there. No, we might. Is there a way to pull that down out of there?
What's that? The starter?
Yeah. Go. It's probably the only way we're gonna
Yeah.
be able to go.
I think the other one you could probably get to.
The other one I can get to. That one I definitely cannot get to.
You're about to lose it too.
I'm about to lose it.
And you lost it.
I failed.
Do you have
Glue.
you have a little grease?
Grease, yeah. There's a can around here somewhere. It's a good idea. That'll stick it to it.
Yep.
It's right over here. It's when I did the
In bearings you should have.
bearing. I've been moving stuff around.
I'll be back, Dad.
Alright. We moved all the stuff out of that other room, so I kind of lost some stuff.
Just be a little can, right?
That is. Right here.
Oh man.
I had this place all organized, and I brought all this other crap in, and I moved everything to the other room. Can I just tape it?
Yeah. Put one piece of tape over the back of it.
Yep.
The outcome is it didn't work. It actually pushed the teeth too far away from the flywheel. So and you replaced the spark plugs already, right?
Plugs are new.
So we got new plugs, new oil. We've got our new operator switch. So I think we're ready to try and give this thing a go.
It's got a lot of new pieces. Just need a battery to.
We gotta connect the battery.
Yep.
I think we got everything connected again. Now we're going to start it. See if we can get these blades to engage.
Get it to wheels to engage.
All right. So just to recap again, we've got a whole new wire harness, new starter, new spark plugs, fresh oil change. We have the new blade engagement knob, a new operator presence handle. So we should be about ready to go here. Now we don't have the gear selector connected because my battery's in here for my DR mower, which is a different style than this one. So we couldn't have the linkage connected, but it is in neutral. So now we're gonna go ahead and start it. So
That's.
I hate that
There's
sound.
my magic.
All right, so what we've done is we've reconnected the link for the transmission. So we want to see if the transmission's going to work. We're trying to rule out that the transmission's bad. So we'll give it a start up. Yeah. So I think that's like first gear, which is a crawler. So we know the transmission works. And that's fourth gear. You got to run behind it in fourth. So we know it works. Transmission works, it runs. We just got to figure out why it won't engage the blades. So we're going to have to research that one. But we know it works. And that's at idle. So So maybe it's not the pulley after all. What we discovered is there's actually another electrical connection from this loom that comes down, and there's a connection under here that goes into this clutch. So we think...
Sorry, I'm still not sure about that.
You know, apparently my Apple Watch isn't sure about that. But anyway, here's where these connect, and this goes into the clutch down here. So we think that might be the problem. All right, so we're gonna put it back together and see what happens.
Everybody's grass.
So we've reconnected the deck, and basically putting the belt back on is just the reverse of taking it off. Pretty straightforward. We're gonna pull this out and see if we can get it to engage. Oh baby, I think that's it. Oh yeah, there it is. Now we got the blades running. Put it in gear. There we go. All right guys, so that was the fix, was that electrical connection underneath. So now we're spinning. Look at that. Very nice. Very nice. All right. Look at that. Now we're mowing some grass, baby. So now we have, the blades will run, we know it'll go, but we still don't have this thing running right. So what we want to do is maybe try and adjust this carburetor out a little bit. If that doesn't work, take it off and clean it. If that doesn't work,
Buy a new one.
buy a new one. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna pull the shroud off here so we can get to some of the adjustments on the carb again, and then we'll see if we can make some adjustments. All right, so we're gonna start this up and play with the carb a little bit. Neutral. So we're gonna pull the bowl, probably 11 or 12. Pull the bowl, clean off the inside of the bowl, and we'll clean the float. And then we'll come through here and try and spray out some of the ports in here too. What is it?
12.
12. And the bowl's not real dirty. So the bowl's pretty clean. But what this will let us do is it'll let us get inside of here and clean out all these ports. Now there is a little rust here. But that could have been from like condensation when it didn't have any fuel in it. But we're gonna clean these ports. And maybe this will help with our fuel flow. We'll take this float off if we can, and we'll see if we can clean out underneath there where that needle is. All right. So let's see. Yeah. All right. Let's see what happens. Man, it's getting into my cuts.
You murdered my flower while I was gone.
I watered it.
You murdered it.
Murdered?
Look at it. It's dead.
Let's see if we can pull that out.
That was because it was wrong.
Yeah, I don't think it's coming out.
Find that design too. These cheap old carbs. See, where's the screwdriver? You maybe pop it up. Pop it underneath here. Oh, they're crappy. My only needle that I have right now. Come on?
Yep.
Ah, there you go. I'll take it with those. This is probably the final time these little cheapies will be.
All right, so there's our needle.
Is the needle on the record?
So there's a little bit of gunk on here, but it's not too bad. Let's spray that. And my handle's burning. Whew. Alright guys, so what we did here is basically just took this off and just cleaned out all the jets and orifices in here. So hopefully this will help it run a little better. If this doesn't help, then
Up or down? Wait.
yeah, just adjust when it's down.
Up. Okay.
That's good. You're right. Now we need to put the wheel back like this. Down here. Yep. And then this goes back here. Slide the hose clamp on. Screwdriver.
I don't know. I'm gonna find a bunch of screwdrivers everywhere later.
Well, you know. Figuring you don't put them away when I'm not here, so why should we put them away when I'm here?
Periodically put them away.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tighten that up. Now,
Shit on the floor to do something.
we need to get the put the cover back on here. The plate. But and then we need to screw in. Where's that screwdriver? Not that one, the thinner one. That one, on the fan.
That's where the first one went.
That's where it went. Okay. And we put these screws in here on the sides.
Trim.
So, we fire it up. I don't know if it is working better or not. We don't have fuel. Or the gas.
Hit it with a Carb
Oh.
starter fluid. Oh, it's gotta suck in some gas. It has no gas in it.
Still wanting to scrap out, huh?
There might be a fuel issue too.
Well, definitely fuel. Shoot, getting fuel to the engine. Well, we can't really diagnose the carb that made a difference cleaning it. We can't get fuel to the engine, so we need to get that figured out.
You get one of these from like, you said it just pulls out with a screwdriver or like how?
Yeah, should have get a pair of pliers and pull that off. You don't want to crack this tank.
No, I don't want to crack that thing. They want to have an arm and a leg. It's got to be something that Home Depot has. I can't imagine it needing some type of crazy valve. It looks like one of the valves on my dishwasher.
Well, it might be. I mean, a lawnmower place will have it. I don't know.
battery.
Oh, look at that. That's nasty.
Hmm? $1 billion. 200 and something, or $300, something ridiculous.
For a piece of plastic box.
Yep.
You need a new valve. Definitely need a new valve.
But I think there's more on it. I think if we go to Home Depot somewhere, I bet you they have the food. Somebody has it. This is melted. This is all melted again. That's why I need to get this piece off. It looks like it slides on it.
Yeah, sure. Ripped it and pulled out, though.
So it's tight. It's big.
Well, at least that's different, so we can bring that with us.
What?
Maybe.
It has a part number. 049.
Yeah, this thing just spins.
Yeah, it's 3.
But I think that this is also clear. You know?
Huh?
Yeah. And it should have been just getting fuel out, unless the pump's not. Okay.
Sucking in that. But even on free, it should
It should be at least filling up
that should be filled up.
the oil
which
or
it,
the gas.
which it was when we started. It was full. We were in the city. I need to replace these.
Yeah.
That's open.
I don't think you should keep it in.
That's forward.
Yeah.
Down position.
Well, look online and see if Home Depot or someone has one like that. All right, guys. So at least we figured out the main problem that we wanted to work on today, which was getting the blades running. So we got the blades running. The other stuff I think is going to be pretty simple. We're just going to order new carb, new fuel pump, and
Carb fuel pump. Oh, and the fuel tank grommet and
valve. So we'll get those ordered up. That'll be in our next video. Thanks for tuning in, guys. As always, this is Graybeard Garage. I'm Matt, that's Nate, and then Xander's hiding behind the camera. And we'll see you guys next time on Graybeard Garage. And remember, you can do anything, you put your mind to it.